So at LR Falk, our goal is to provide the stable foundation for our employees, their families, our customers, and our communities to thrive. Try our best to do that every day. Throughout the history of our company, one thing that really sets us apart is we still are a family-owned business. LR Falk was the company and still is the company. Part of the reason he started getting into the mining industry was he was hauling cat tractors and saw an opportunity where here's some big equipment. I think he saw that gravel and limestone was going to be a huge commodity. I think one thing that probably LR had to his advantage was the way he treated people, the hard work that it was. You weren't going to get people to do that unless they trusted you. And I don't think he ever wavered from his core values, his own, which I think were the same as ours. His family came first, honesty and quality, and do it with flair, but also knowing that he needed to keep growing and keep learning. LR and Dave, were hard workers, obviously good businessmen, treated their employees well.
You've got to produce a good product and be honest how you treat your customers, and I guess that's kind of the main thing.
Things that I try and do is just like them, different than them, but the same ideas, to be financially strong. We need to have that foundation for things to happen. And I think that's really what I'm so proud of, is that we have stood the test of time through a lot of different things, a lot of different innovations. Keeping the equipment modern, even just trying new innovations in the crushing world. Ag Lime, that's a place where we probably have one of our biggest partnerships between the ag community and ourselves to provide a quality product and also haul it and spread it. LR Falk Construction Company creates products that everybody uses in their everyday life, whether they know it or not. Whether it's a road, a basement, a sandbox. We want to be hands-on owner-operators. And I think that's important for employees too, is there's not an employee here that, that I wouldn't do their job if I could. Partnerships might be the biggest word, because our employees, it's a partnership. Our customers, it's a partnership. Our communities, we feel, is a partnership. The dealers, the salespeople, the mechanics that come on site, it's a partnership, and we're working together to keep this going. You have to be thinking 2 weeks, 2 years, 20 years down the road, because I don't think that LR Falk Construction has ever just said, hey, we're good enough. We're still running the business the way LR wanted us to run it. Quality, products, and service can't take a back seat. For 100 years, we've been there for who needs us.
For real estate, automobiles, RVs, and dreams. Whether you are buying your first home, taking a dream vacation, or paying for life's little extras, we have a loan that will fit your needs. Saint Ansgar State Bank, local since 1891.
We are currently in our 10th year of operations here at Bet Roofing. One of the most exciting things about owning a business has been just seeing us grow over the course of that decade, from starting out again pretty small to what we're able to accomplish in the amount of square footage of roof we put on.
So this year will be our first year of being full-time roofing. So kind of what our plan is to keep on doing what we're doing right now, but obviously we want to expand and grow upon the business and probably branch out into different communities in North Iowa.
One of the things that we really pride ourselves on at BET Roofing is the people that sell you your roof, the people that give you estimates, are the ones that actually are on the job site every single day, putting shingles on your roof, looking over projects, and just making sure that things are held to the highest quality that you would expect for your home. We know that roofing can be a pretty crucial part to protecting your house from the elements, so we make sure to be as responsive as possible to get out to your house, and if we need to cover something up short term, but we try to also make a priority of as our customers contact us and reach out to us, getting them on the list and moving forward as soon as possible.
I enjoy the manual labor of it. Some people don't enjoy that, but I'm one of those people that do. And I enjoy the work. It's very fulfilling, and you get to see what you accomplished every day, and working with the people is probably one of the biggest things that I enjoy too. It's fun to seeing people satisfied with the work you do.
One of my favorite parts about roofing is seeing the physical progress you make on the job site each day. You get a lot of satisfaction from driving by properties you've done in the past and seeing what you've done and being proud of what you're able to accomplish. Definitely is a lot of hard work, but it's definitely worth it in the end as well.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Box K Beef, premium wholesale beef. From our place to your plate.
Cast brought to you in part by Gordy's Repair in Stacyville, Iowa.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it. Contact Agent Brian Putney with offices in Saint Ansgar and Stacyville, Iowa.
Our 124,000 square foot facility houses the latest in design, manufacturing, and finishing technology. And most importantly, it is home to a dedicated group of team members committed to providing the best products and services for our customers.
We have a lot of honest, hardworking employees working together to create the best product and get it to our customers in the most time-efficient manner to keep the ag industry moving.
I would say that the key for Wold's success is truly in our employees and the fact that they care so much and are so passionate about the wheel that they build or the wheel that they ship out.
Our advanced powder coating process provides a durable, uniform, and protective surface and is available in a variety of colors. Powder coating is the fastest growing finishing technology in America and is friendly to the environment.
It's top-notch equipment that we use. We use all nice GEMA spray equipment, guns. I mean, they're top of the line, and it just makes everything easier when you have good tools. And
Welder is designed for unprecedented speed and precision and completely automates the hand. Provide highly advanced automation and extremely accurate creation of parts and are utilized on both large and small orders.
We often give tours to outsiders that come in and they're just amazed at how clean our facility is, and I have to give the kudos to our employees for caring.
All right, when you need wheels and rims, where you going, Joe?
Old Rim and Wheel.
You got it, right here in Saint Ansgar, Iowa. Tip-off here in Saint Ansgar. JV boys.
Jake Smith starts with a 3.
That's a big 3 to start the game.
And he looked like he'd made a bunch of those, too. He was confident here. We got Mullenbach, Haugen, Ethan Nowlin, and who am I missing? Heeman and Vroom. On the court for the Saints. Smith was feeling it, tried a short jumper, didn't go, but he picks the pass off going the other way.
Stretch pass, didn't connect.
Little stretch. There was a little too much stretch.
Duke Scoop just joining us. Candle Genius here with Not Your Average Joe and a 0-5 score to get this thing moving here within the first minute of play here, the JV boys game. If you're looking for JV girls, Nashua Plainfield does not have a team. So there'll be only 3 games tonight in this, what we'll call a quad, but let's not really call it a quad.
We won't name names, but one of your announcers was taken aback when he looked up and there were boys on the court trying to figure out what happened to the girls' game. Did I miss it?
Yeah.
And I don't want to say who it was, but it might have been me. Haugen misses the jumper, but gets his own rebound, hands it to Heeman, who misses as well, but now only gets the rebound. 2 offensive rebounds this trip. Heeman up, no good, but he's fouled.
I tell you what, Joe, our JV boys have looked about as prepared for this game as we have.
That's right. They're as prepared as the announcer who didn't know there wasn't a girls' JV game.
Do you think they knew?
They might not have either. Yeah.
Well, they got a chance to settle it down here from the free throw stripe. Break the ice.
There you go.
0-5 for the Huskies thus far.
Huskies did get 2 fouls on this possession.
And the Saints are on the board.
Drives to the lane. That's Smith. No good. Rebound Heeman. Oh. Heeman takes it off the knee, but does a good job of recovering. The travel was coming, or the double dribble, very quickly there. He was smart to just get rid of it.
Floater. Doesn't go.
Thought maybe that one was going to bounce in. Unfortunately for Saints fans, it did not.
14 is either Berger or Berger. If you know in the chat, let us know. Rebound Allen.
Allen's got that good flow going.
Yes, he does. He's ready for baseball season with flow like that.
Good salad. It's a nice salad.
Shot's no good, but the ball goes out of bounds off a Husky. So 3 games tonight here in St. Ansgar. 1 JV, boys only, and then a girls varsity and a boys varsity.
Still plenty of fun.
Plenty of. Heeman gets a little too far under the bucket, but is fouled on his way up. He'll go to the line to shoot 2 more. Has the Saints' only point of the night with his first free throw. Saints have weathered the storm. They didn't start very well the first couple of minutes here, and they have calmed down here and ready to go. Free throw woes continue at home for both the boys and the girls. The iron has been unkind from the charity stripe. I think we've made both free throws in 2 trips. I think 1 varsity boy and 1 varsity girl have made both free throws. On the season, that's not great. We got to figure that part out.
You'd think on the home rims you'd have the better advantage,
right.
But you shoot on them every day after after school and practice. So
Berger gets his own rebound, misses again. Rebound Heeman. Vroom here finds Mullen back at the top, the key. Run the offense. I heard the varsity coach, boys coach, on Saturday a couple of times say, too much dribbling, need more passing. And I think he's right on. And if you go back and watch what happened Saturday, I think that's the difference between the first half and the second half of that boys' game. Was number 1, just defensively. I don't know if we got tired or if they made some adjustment, but obviously defensively didn't go quite as well. And then offensively, we did too much driving and dribbling, not enough passing.
What's your take on that game, Joe? I mean, obviously it was tied at the half. What do you think the Saints will do differently when they – let's assume they get to play them again here in the playoffs.
Right.
What will they do differently?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think it will come down to, look at that, talk about tale of first, there are 2 halves. That first half is like, well, we got this. Like, not only are we tied here, but we've got the momentum and we've got them figured out. So 2 things, in my opinion, is they were a little cold in the first half. They weren't themselves shooting-wise in the first half, the Lake Mills Bulldogs, and so you knew they would find it, right? And that wasn't going to probably last. So that's one thing, but I think the other is we didn't play the same game in the second half, physically or mentally. Again, that's just me sitting up here looking at it, watching it, and watching a little bit of the film yesterday, trying to figure out what the heck happened, because it felt so good in that first half. So here's the good news. I think they put on tape how to beat them, right? Yeah. How to shut that offense down. That offense is powerful. Yeah. They got 2 guys inside. All the stats might go to Stensrud, but Delger was a beast. I'm not sure he's not a better basketball player. The stat line wouldn't show that.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Man, on Saturday night he was the man. Now and Hillman matched him in that first half, and I think that's what the Saints love to do. So I think they got the evidence on tape now. If they have to match up again in the future, it is a something they're going to go back and study, I'm sure, and say how do we replicate that first half.
And even in some of the games that they've won this year, we've kind of seen that same dynamic where just struggling to put 4 quarters of solid basketball together.
Yep.
You know, we saw that kind of at the North Butler game, a little bit sloppy, and in the second half to come out a lot better. And what looked like a close game ended up being a double-digit win, I believe, or they had a double.
I think we won by 11.
Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep. No, I think you're spot on, and I think some of that comes down to how do we get Hillman, and it's not Hillman's fault. This is a team game, but how do we get the same stats out of Hillman in half 1 and half 2, right? And it's because teams are committing to, we're just not going to let him beat us, and they're putting 3 guys on him. Well, then somebody else, right?
Yeah.
The other 7 guys who are playing quite a bit, one of them is going to have to figure out how do I step up and make that happen. And again, I'm not at all criticizing effort. We clearly are giving everything we got. It's just a matter of somebody's got either got to get hot or find their shot, or multiple guys. And I think that's what we'll see out of the Nashua Plainfield Huskies tonight is they get 17 points off their bench.
Yeah.
We don't have that right now, and I don't know that we'll ever get 17 the way we rotate. But if we're going to get 10 points off our bench, that's the difference between winning and losing a game like that. Quiet first half, our first quarter offensively for the Saints.
Yeah, defensively, or I'll say the opposing team has 5 fouls against them, which means every foul is free throws for the Saints.
So the only 2 points for the Saints are Heeman free throws. Mullenbach is going to go try to make 2 here. He makes the first.
That's a good start.
Misses the second. Stop me if you've heard that.
You don't need to stop. Well, I wish you would, but I have heard that.
Don't shoot the messenger.
Right. And the coaches are harping on it, too.
Oh, good steal there. Yeah, definitely, because that's part of it, too. We talked about the varsity boys trying to find a rhythm for all 4 quarters of a game. There's going to be stretches where you're not hitting your jump shots, you're not hitting your 3-pointers, and the way that you can, stay in games or, kind of get your rhythm back is getting to the free throw line and getting calmed down, getting settled down, put a couple points on the board.
Yep.
The last play, nice move by Heeman there, getting that ball out.
Yeah, he's been all over the floor tonight.
He's played great in defensively and offensively in these JV games. Yeah. Offense kind of goes through him. He's the Hillman of the JV team. The offense definitely goes through him.
Get some good touches down on that right block offensively.
Rebound, Vroom.
Great job, Vroom, getting that rebound.
Vroom.
Peterson inside. Kick it back out. They're going to try to kick it back out. He does. He finds Winia. Winia is fouled. He'll go to the line for 2. The rule changes. We're 5 and beyond, so every foul is 2 shots. Big in a situation like that, right, where that's on the first quarter foul away from the bucket. Normally we're just going to reset. Now we get to shoot free throws.
You see the fouls on the scoreboard. They just stay at 5 once you hit 5. They don't.
I wondered about that. They don't even put more than 5
I
up,
wasn't really paying attention. I'm sure it's happened earlier this year, but I noticed now that I think they're actually at, 7?
Yep. Winnie misses both. Now making 1 of 2 looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it does. He's relative.
Careful what you wish for, I guess.
Right. I said I wanted it to change. I wanted it to go the other way. Winnie will get more opportunities. He'll put him in. 40 with the little jumper. Good shot there. 40 is Callahan Levi You suppose that's Levi Callahan spelled backwards?
You know, that's tough.
Or, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not
potato,
sure.
Potato, I don't know.
I don't know either. We'll just go with Levi. Can't tell if the roster's wrong because the rest of them are in, you know.
This is a moment where I make the statement that if you're out there listening, and we got the chat on, if you can help us out with a pronunciation or first name, last name in this case, please feel free to do so. We always appreciate that. The most important word in the kid's vocabulary is his name. We like to get it right.
Heeman has 6 of the 7 for the Saints in the first quarter.
That's 2 free throws at 2 appearances at the free throw line.
That's correct.
Plus 2 baskets, right?
That is correct. Foul away for the Saints, but just their second. Heeman with the long arms again gets the steal.
Good pass there.
That's blocked by Levi. But out of bounds. So. Saints ball.
Give and go would have been nice there from Winnie to pass it right back to Heeman. Easy layup.
Get that defender going the other way, and then
little doop tic-tac-toe. Touch pass.
Wow.
Really easy for me to say, sitting up here at the bleachers.
Right.
I haven't played a game of organized basketball in probably 10 years.
This game is a lot easier up here. Football is incredibly more comfortable watching than it is playing, I hear.
That's weird. Or even watching from the stands versus in the press box.
That's correct.
Hey, with that, let's take a moment here, and we're going to thank FSB and Grain Millers for their generous contributions. Because of your generosity, our Saints athletes get into the home games completely free of charge. And if you've watched us before, you know this slide. Saints TV has partnered with Give Butter for those of you who are enjoying watching from home and want to contribute yourselves, like those in the left-hand column. Take a look at those names. That's just who has contributed since the football season has been over. And there have been more since I made this slide late last week. Feel free to scan the code to donate. We accept all types of donation methods, payment types, from Venmo to credit cards to Apple Pay, Google Wallet. If using the internet is more your jam, givebutter.com/SaintsFan, or we're always happy to take a check in the mail, as many have. Thanks for your contributions. GiveButter/SaintsFan.
Do better, give butter.
Do better, give butter. I like that. We might have to use that one.
I put a little butter on my grapes today just to test out your new meme.
Yeah, how'd it go?
Yeah, it was delicious.
Of course it was.
Butter on grapes?
Yeah, it's good on everything.
Butter's my favorite food. That's what the ad says now. So I had to try it.
It is delicious.
Oh, good play. Nice find inside to Winnie. Puts it up strong for 2.
Colton Winnie.
Yeah,
that's a good move.
What an athlete that kid is, huh?
Fun to watch, and he's just going to keep getting better. Keeps getting bigger, gets a little taller every time I see him.
Yeah.
Double dribbles call, going the Saints' way.
Grandma's probably saying, put a brick on his head.
Right.
Getting too tall.
Getting too tall. Clevenger and Squire check in for the Saints as well. I think we missed that at the quarter. Peterson's out there. Klein and Winia.
Shot in the lane doesn't go.
Peterson with the hustle rebound. Klein for 2, no good. Rebound
That was
by
a pass. Good
Clevenger.
Great job, Clevenger.
We'll call it a pass.
The airmail pass.
You bet. And Clevenger has his first bucket of the night, and the Saints take their first lead. Nashua wants a timeout.
We don't always see this during the Saints
Oh, yeah,
games.
it's Peterson.
Or during the JV games.
I think
But,
Peterson
clock
got
shot.
that too, not Clevenger.
Clock shot's running. Peterson got the points?
I believe so.
It was Clevenger.
Was it Clevenger?
100% sure.
Oh.
I think. We'll ask his dad. Clevenger make that bucket or yours?
All right, there you go.
Wasn't mine.
We were a little distracted here. We got clarification from the crowd. Clevenger with 2, Heeman with 6, Winia with 2.
If I got a slide up here, if you're interested in winning 4 Iowa women's basketball tickets against Nebraska on January 27th, you should consider entering the raffle the junior class is putting on right now. We'll come back to this slide here in a little bit, but it's a pretty nice opportunity. Only 100 raffle tickets will be sold. and one winner will win 4 tickets to that.
Let's show them the power of Saints TV and sell that baby out tonight.
I like it. I like that very much. Proceeds go to the junior class on that. Again, we'll have that slide up here momentarily, but just get your phone ready to scan that code. It's a QR code. Goes to Megan Porsche's Venmo account. I promise you she's not keeping those funds. She's putting that toward the junior classes prom efforts.
She'll get you set up. Goes to a good cause. Squire for 2, no good. Rebound fought for by Clevenger, but he can't bring it. It was him and on 3, and
about got
he
it.
just about got it, but Nashua comes away with it.
Baseline jumper, about 10 feet, goes
Pretty good
for
shot.
the Huskies.
That's Jake Smith for the Huskies. He's got 7, I believe. He's played well. It could be Smith Jake, too, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
That one feels easier to me, but
it does.
It's like Yao Ming, Ming Yao.
Right.
Is the format on your sheet such that you can make a decision on that last one we were questioning?
If it's consistent with the format, it's Callahan Levi. Just the 2 first names that threw me off. I could see either one of those, you know?
Yep.
We didn't get a clarification in the chat yet. So.
Oh, a good drive, but doesn't go for the Huskies.
Winia knocks away what was going to be a sure 2. Good defense inside by Winia. But a good little move there by Mitchell, Braden Mitchell. Mitchell Braden. Oh, no. There's
my
more.
goodness. And it continues. Got 2 guys on the floor for the Saints. Seems like a bit of a power play for the Huskies on that one.
Out of bounds, off black. Going to white. Moenbach, Heeman, Vroom check in. Peterson, Squire out.
What are the games we got going on tonight? Did you check the schedule at all?
I did not.
It's a,
you know,
it's a funny Monday night kind of a deal. And
you know, and the schedule here has been tough. We, you know, three games for the varsity squads in 4 days is pretty unusual. So it's been a long haul. I think it changed the girls' game on Saturday. In my opinion, I haven't asked. I guess we could reach out and do that, but we did not press Saturday against Lake Mills. The girls did not, which is unusual for us, and I wonder if some of that was in an effort to save some legs for tonight.
Could be.
a lot of offensive rebound going on in that scrum down there.
Joe got, what, 3 offensive rebounds there? It's
yeah, and the others went to Derek Heeman.
Kind of fun.
It was kind of going back.
See
and
those
forth
2
on that.
guys, yeah. As we prep for the girls' game here coming up next, Cadence Huck is the name you're going to hear tonight for the Nashua Plainfield Huskies. Her stat line, which we'll go through pregame, is she looks like a monster on paper. I know she's quick. She's their speedster at track and cross country. So that must be applying pretty well to the basketball court this year based on her stats. Offensive foul is going to be the call. Derek Heeman takes a charge and takes one to the face, it looks like. Comes up holding the nose. No blood. He says, I'm fine. Oh, maybe there is a little blood.
I think if there was, he wouldn't still be on the floor, but he definitely looks like he's in pain.
It's red. That's what, yeah. Is that blood or is it just, it does not appear to be blood.
Get some dental work or
yeah,
something.
he is in a bit of discomfort. Klein brings it up for the Saints.
That offense running.
Heeman.
Good, strong move.
Great job by Heeman.
Put it in there, big fella.
He's got 8 tonight. Going to put in this free throw and make it 9. Saints are down 2. Good defense in this JV game by both sides. You know, I watched the Vikings the Raiders yesterday, and they just kept talking about what a defensive performance. They just completely ignored the offense. We don't talk about how putrid the offenses are in that Vikings-Raiders game. It was pretty bad. So he misses, but they get it back. But over and back is the call on an errant pass. I got a kick out of that. I was like, well, you probably could mention that the offenses aren't very good either. It's not.
Well,
the
you gotta
defenses
sell it
did
somehow.
play really right. That's what they were doing, trying to sell. This was a great game.
Didn't feel like a great game
No,
watching it.
It was pretty hard to watch. Jump ball is going to be the call. It'll go to the Huskies.
One of 2 games yesterday with 0-0 halftime scores.
Yeah,
Is
so
right?
that was the first time that happened in 40 years or something like that. I saw a tweet last night said if you're watching this Vikings-Raiders game, in about 5 years there's going to be a commercial that says you're eligible for significant compensation due to your pain and suffering.
Oh, man.
If you're a victim of the Vikings-Raiders on December 11th. I thought that was funny.
Great hustle by
cleanup
Joe
job.
Clevenger on that one.
Taking out the trash.
Clevenger's got 4. Saints are back within 2.
Looked like we had a walk there, yeah.
Sure did. Timeout. Called by. Which way are we going to point? We didn't see. Timeout.
Let's go back to the slide here to the timeout. So the juniors, the high school juniors, put on the prom, and they say it's a prom for the seniors. So it's always a junior prom around here in Saint Ansgar. And they're always looking for ways to generate some funds to help pay for that because it's a great experience. A lot of parents are involved. Joe, you know what that's like. Joe and I got to do this last year, and we'll get to do it at least one more time, right? Unless we're called in some other way. But in either case, this is a pretty cool event here for Iowa women's basketball tickets. If you're not available on January 27th, don't let that keep you from getting tickets. I'm sure you know someone who would love to take
no doubt
3 people with them with tickets that you won.
The hottest ticket in the Midwest right now is to watch the Iowa women play basketball. Caitlin Clark and crew.
And it is fun to watch, isn't it?
It is. We went to the Big Ten championship game last year. It was up in Minneapolis. We took the family and went up the Sunday afternoon and watched them win the Big Ten championship. And that was a ton of fun.
I bet it was.
She is even more impressive in person.
There's only 100 of those tickets being sold. We'll put that graphic up here at halftime again so you can get your phone out and get ready to scan it, get your ticket in. And by the way, there's a little contest we got going on there. It's if you've listened to the 7th and 8th grade games with Double Dill and Big W, that's a lot of fun to listen to. I expect those guys will probably get a bunch of people interested in getting those tickets purchased because they're getting a bigger and bigger following all the time. But in a Venmo payment, I believe there's a memo field, and I think you have to fill that out as far as I understand it. You put in Joe in that, and Not Your Average Joe, Candle Genius here, and Duke Scoop are going to get credit for that one. And credit just means it's just a vote, right? It just says, hey,
a vote. Yep.
These guys they get credit for my purchase. You could put, even off of our recommendation here today, you could put dill in there. If you put the dills in there, then they're going to get credit. Loser buys winner Snickers bars here when this thing is over, once they're all sold. There's 100 of these raffle tickets being sold, only 100. I'll put that graphic up. Just get your phones ready to put in Joe. Just put in J-O-E, Joe.
We're going to lobby hard.
Yeah,
you
don't
know
don't
the
tell
dills
them
are
how
going to
to-
be. We sell them all out tonight. Love to see that. That'd be awesome.
I think their next scheduled stream is Thursday. Let's just get them all sold before Thursday.
Before they get to promote it. There you go.
There's always a chance that there's people out there listening right now that just to spite us and our sales efforts right now, they put dills in there.
They might put dill in there. I wouldn't blame them.
I wouldn't either.
Oh, long.
Good hustle by Vroom to save that pass. And then there's a foul called on the Huskies. That's 5 fouls, so the Saints will shoot 2. Clevenger was fouled, so he'll go to the line with the chance to tie this game for the first time in the quarter, I believe.
You're not tracking fouls over there, are you?
I am not.
Yeah, so it'd be kind of fun to know with clearly 10-plus fouls for a team here. Who's got them?
Right, for a team that's only played 3 or 6 guys, 7 guys. They probably have guys in foul trouble. I'll get that at the half. In fact, I'm going to get it right now. I have a source at the scores table. Good defense by Tyson Klein. Gives the Saints another chance here in the half.
3 on the way. Doesn't go. 5 seconds left. Huskies look to push. Good defense by Klein again. Hail Mary shot comes up short.
Well, that's a half here. Saints are down 16-18 in the junior varsity game versus the Nashua Plainfield Huskies. Joe, you need a couple minutes for that stats?
I got him. Derek Heeman has 8. Joe Clevenger has 4. Connor Mullenback with a made free throw. And Colton Winia with 2. That's how you get to 16 for your Saints. I'm working on fouls now. We'll get those when we come back.
Okay, cool. We'll go back to that graphic. We're talking about it here a little bit. 4 Iowa women's basketball tickets up for grabs via raffle. Take a look. You got some second place opportunities there. I got to get one of these screens out of my way. Proceeds to benefit the Saint Ansgar junior class. Second place gets a 3-pack Mesa Solo stoves. Do you know what you do with a Mesa Solo stove?
Cook something on it?
Yeah, I think you do. I think it's just heating things up, man. And just like this Saints basketball team, it is hot, man. Third place gets $50 worth of Saint Ansgar Chamber bucks. So it's not all tickets. You got a chance to win one of 3 things. Obviously, those tickets are the big one. Scan the code. Donate $50 per raffle spot, and make sure you put Joe in the memo.
Yeah, your odds of winning increase with Joe.
I think
decrease
so.
if you put Dill.
Yep, everybody knows it's true.
It's a weighted average.
They didn't know how competitive we were, and they agreed to this little vote off.
There was some reference in the acceptance email, something about we're allowed credit for the tickets that we've already sold. We have not sold any. We don't play like that. We play fair.
Right.
You just put Joe in there, okay? Do not put Dill. We play fair. That's funny. Well,
right.
Kind of abbreviated halftime here. Less than 3.5 minutes remaining.
All right, looks like I do have the Nashua Plainfield quarters. I have the stat sheet. Now I have to try to get my very old eyes to adjust.
That's some fine print there, Joe.
Very fine print. All right, here we go. Number 14 wearing the varsity jersey, because there's 2 14s. I did notice that.
Okay.
So the 14 without the white letters, okay, is the differentiator. That's the varsity jersey, I believe.
It.
He's got 3. And then number 45, who has most of their points, he's also got 3. And then I have 2 guys with 2. So they are in foul trouble, I would say, as we step into the second half here. The Saints only have 3 total fouls and 3 different guys with 1. So no foul trouble for the Saints. 2 minutes, 26 seconds to go in this one. The Saints have trailed basically the entire way here. They got down 5-0 early and battled back, tied the game late in the first quarter, but Nashua came out in the second quarter and took the lead right away, and it's kind of been a back-and-forth game since then. The Saints have trailed by a bucket throughout most of the first half.
Have they been? They haven't been ahead yet, have they?
And I believe they had it tied at one point in the second quarter. The Saints did have a lead on one of those free throws. I believe they took the lead at one point.
That's the weird thing about trying to run camera. Is that
you lose.
It's amazing how much you don't see, and you're the guy that's like always got to have the camera on the play. You just don't see stuff. Maybe it's a tiny screen. I'm not sure. Well, hey, we got about a minute and a half here. Let's take a moment here to thank our sponsors, and we'll be back right after these few messages.
At Farmers State Bank, we have a proud tradition of commitment of excellence.
Hey guys, what's all the big production about?
We have a couple job openings that we're looking to fill, so we're making a commercial.
Just tell them you're going to pay them well. We're really pretty easy to get along with most of the time, and there's plenty of room for advancement or whatever.
At Farmers State Bank, we have a proud tradition of paying you, being pretty easy to get along with most of the time, and there's plenty of room for advancement or whatever.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Saint Ansgar Chiropractic.
Wax beads. The foundation of better candle making is built on cleaner burning, soy-based candle wax. American Soy Organics. Better wax for candle makers by candle makers.
Leaving your...
Oh, man, we just missed a Beelan commercial.
That guy gets too much airtime as it is. Jeez. Back here in St. Ansgar, 5 minutes to go. We're going to put 6 minutes on the clock. And the second half will be underway here in St. Ansgar. The JV boys game, if you're just tuned in, there is no JV girls game tonight. Nashua does not have a JV girls team. So we'll go from this one straight into, I shouldn't say straight into, but we'll go into the girls varsity game after this one.
Yeah, we'll actually take a break. So this game will actually, we'll stop this stream. We like to keep the JV and the varsity stream separate. So we will end this stream, and then we'll start a new one. So if you're out there listening and this stream stops, it's very much intended.
Haugen, Vroom, Nowlin, Mullenbeck, and Heeman are your 5 for the Saints. This is Heeman. No good. Rebound, Nowlin. Good job, Ethan. Going to kick it back out to Mullenbeck. And we'll set the offense up again. Heeman with another short shot. Wow. Doesn't go. Nowlin fighting for the rebound.
Man, Ethan is fighting for that rebound. Ethan did some great camera work for us during the football season.
Yeah.
I like that kid.
Appreciate the heck out of him helping us there. This is how the first half started, was with a Jake Smith 3. Starts the second half with another one. And that extends the Nashua's lead to their match, their largest at 5. They started the game with a 5-point lead. Now they start the second half with a 5-point lead. Chase Howard cuts right into that. Money, 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 money. Money. I've been workshopping 3-point calls at home, and I think I'm getting bad advice from home. So.
I didn't hear much on that one from you, Joe.
No, I'm going to break it out in a varsity game. We're going to save this. I want you to really be surprised.
Oh, I'm excited now.
You never cease to surprise me, Joe. So.
Heeman strong on that 2-pointer. Rebounded by the Huskies. Wow, too easy on that one. A catch, a shot. Nothing but net, and the Saints are down by 6 points.
And Coach Zipsy wants a timeout. Doesn't like the way that half was started. He's going to call timeout and talk about it. Good timeout there by Coach Zipsy.
Talk about it, talk about it, talk about it. Going to get flagged for copyright.
You're right now.
YouTube is going to shut us down. It's just, it sounds so much like the original. You can't do that. I mean, if it was bad singing, you could get by with it.
Well, let me try.
don't feed the animals.
Where's that mute button?
Right. During the JV broadcast, Jace found the sound effects on Saturday, and so we'd have to bring him back up. And if I start singing, he knows how to cover that up.
you cannot hide the sound effects button from Jace Sweesow. He finds them right away.
Yes,
every time.
does.
There's no hide.
Mullenbeck banks open on Monday night, he says.
Whatever it was they said during that timeout was very effective.
Good timeout. That's like a volleyball timeout where it just automatically changes everything.
Yeah. Instant momentum.
Yep. Heeman with the block underneath. Gets the board. Tipped out of bounds by Nashua. It'll go back to the Saints here. Saints will set up the offense. Down 4. Under 4 minutes to go in the third. Heeman's going to inbound. Nashua makes some changes here. They got 2 guys playing with 3 fouls. Mullenbeck no good. Heeman underneath gets the rebound. Shot won't go. Haugen.
Pretty good tip by Haugen. I thought that was going.
I did too. I thought that had a chance. And instead, it comes back down and bounces off a Husky and out of bounds. So it'll be Saints ball. Room inside. No good. Rebound, Nashua Plainfield.
A little too far underneath.
Spatial awareness is the key. Three-pointers no good.
Great job, Vroom, grabbing that rebound. Hustling up the court.
Mullenbeck thought about a three. Instead, he drives in, shots up, no good, but he's fouled and will go to the line to shoot 2.
First foul here, the third quarter for the Huskies. They racked them up the first 2 quarters, got themselves to 5, which is free throws. We didn't really capitalize on those free throws the way we'd like to. Let's change it here.
I don't know who they gave that to. I could not see the ref with the really nice hair. Did not put his arms out far enough for me to see, but that's potentially 45's 4th foul. Potentially. It must not be because they're leaving him in.
That hair makes me so mad. I'm so jealous, you guys.
It's really nice hair. I bet he combs and moisturizes conditions.
You have
all of
to.
it. Yeah.
You can't have hair like that and not take tremendous care of it.
Mullenbeck misses both free throws, but the Saints get the rebound. The home shooting woes continue from the charity stripe for all levels of Saint Ansgar basketball. And all genders.
All levels, all genders.
All around. Oh, a good backdoor cut by Heeman.
Vroom finds him, and Heeman has 10.
Ka-ching.
Yeah, we don't have our money button on this board the way those younger fellas do.
You got to get the Mario coin button programmed in.
Yes, that'd be a perfect one. I bet we'd get flagged for that one for sure. It's probably copyrighted, right, or something. Heeman gets fouled.
Well, I don't know. You hear it played at like
you do.
NBA arenas
You're
all the
right.
time and
So
stuff like that.
It must be generic enough that they can't.
Or they
it's just
pay
a
for it.
ding sound. Or they pay for it, yeah.
Or they pay for it.
Saints are back within 2 after getting down 6 early in this quarter. Down 2 and have the ball. Winia in. Peterson in. And this is Winia. It's up. Shot won't go. Thought that was going in, but it did not. He'll go to the line for 2. I said on his last trip he was going to make the next 2, so no pressure, Colton.
My texts are going crazy. Folks asking, like, what is Joyce eating over there? Well, I'm afraid oh, there it is. There it is. Pizza.
Is that pizza? That looks delicious. Tell Joyce to bring a slice of that up here.
I may have missed the first free throw.
I may have cursed Colton into missing it, so I'm glad you didn't have it on film. You know what? You can miss them both. You get your own rebound. That's okay. We'll forgive it.
And
especially
trading 2 for 3
when Mullenbeck buries the 3.
That's teamwork.
That's a 1-point advantage.
That is teamwork.
And the Saints, don't look now, they lead 26-25 in what's been a really good JV basketball game.
I think that's what you call spending money to make money.
That it definitely is. And you're allowed to miss your second free throw if you can promise that happens every time.
Correct. They're going to call a foul on the floor on Vroom before the shot. Clean block by Heeman, and he was like, what? But they did not call it on him. Yeah, really good block by Heeman. Then he did not get the foul. That goes to Vroom before that, apparently.
Ooh, wild
Errant
pass.
Yep, that'll go over to the Saints, and they have a chance to extend their lead beyond 1, which I would believe would be the first time.
Why are they bringing it in here? Went out of bounds.
It's something about where it's touched on an inbound play like that, and I don't know the rules, but they must.
All right.
If you get a finger on it, I believe it's different than if it goes all the way through like that.
Fair enough. Fair enough. That's why I'm not wearing the stripes.
Block. Saved by Nashua, and a wrestling match breaks out going for the rebound. No foul called. Saints ball. Some heavy contact. Saints get the better of that.
I think the answer on Joyce's Pizza is pepperoni, and there is still plenty left. They keep bringing in fresh ones throughout the night. So
nice.
Come on over if you're wondering. Fresh hot pizza from the concession stand.
Layup won't go, but the second one does. And 40 hurts his hand in frustration on the pad at the end of the court, I think.
Speaking of frustration, turnover here.
Mully loses it.
Got that
on the dribble. He looked at his hand like, what happened?
Got that face guard on like Rip Hamilton always used to wear.
Yes, we're going to call him Rip since we're not sure of his name. Winia to Peterson.
Dribble drive, kicks out, back to Winia. Little give and go.
Loses
Drive
the
taken
handle,
away.
but Nashua picks it up while standing on the end line. So we stay with the Saints, down 1.
1 minute left here in the third quarter.
Vroom double clutch
Vroom.
3, buries it. His first points of the night, and the Saints have a 2-point lead. Had a 2-point lead. No! Misses, still have a 2-point lead. That looked good from my perspective, but it was short. Saints turn it over at the other end, and we'll go back the other way. It's a situation where you just want everybody to take a deep breath and slow it down just a touch. They'll figure that out.
Get your focus back. Scoop shot under the hoop doesn't go.
Until Heeman got a piece of that, or I'm not sure.
Tell you what, I like to see 3 white jerseys with their hands up underneath the basket to get that rebound.
Yeah.
Mullenbeck misses the 3 rebound. It goes to Nashua. A rebound, Vroom. Oh. That'll be the end of the third. Saints lead 29-27, their first lead of the night in terms of at the end of a quarter. The Saints win that quarter and take the 29-27 lead over Nashua.
We'll be right back after this message.
Whether for work or for play, having a driver's license is pure freedom. Saints Driving School offers year-round driver's education classes. Why would you wait? Call 641-420-3594 today.
And doers. And the right skills can turn dreams into reality. We partner with businesses and universities to get you to the next level, leading the way with intention and purpose. So when you graduate, your dream becomes your reality. We educate, we partner, we lead, so you can dream big. North Iowa Area Community College.
State Bank has a strong commitment to farmers. We provide the highest level of service with quick turnaround time, competitive interest rates, flexible payment options, and the ability to work with you on any size loan. Our agricultural banking specialists are experienced.
And we are back.
Smith with the shot, no good. Rebound is going to go to the Saints as Husky hits it out of bounds. So we got Clevenger, Haugen, Peterson, Winia, and Klein for the Saints.
Saints up 29-27 here as we begin the fourth quarter. Fresh zeros on the scoreboard and the fouls area of the scoreboard for each team.
So by now, if you're a regular JV boys viewer, you've probably figured out the rotation. But in case you haven't, players are allowed 6 quarters a night, and that only counts as participating in 1 game. So the rules are there's a game limit of how many games you can participate in throughout the season. So Joe Clevenger and Tyson Klein both play 2 quarters of JV, so that allows their full availability in the varsity game. So that's the strategy there. They usually play the second and the fourth quarters. And then you'll see them check into the varsity game off the bench as well.
Yeah,
Haugen.
It's a good way for the players that younger guys to get some varsity minutes still, but then also not get too rusty sitting on the bench the whole time when you're playing under upperclassmen. So you still get some minutes at the JV level too. And
Yep, maximize that kind of growth and learning opportunity, right?
Absolutely.
You know you're going to need it.
Pretty good shot there by the Huskies. Yeah, it seems like every year there's always a couple of kids who get those opportunities to get these 2 quarters in a JV and maintain the eligibility to play a full game of varsity if needed.
I noticed the shot clock has been on in this game, or at least it's lit up. Obviously hasn't come into play yet, but I like to see that. I know for the first couple of games they played without it, but it seems like we played with it Saturday and we're playing with it tonight at the JV level. I think that's smart.
I do too.
14 with the short jumper, and the Bulldogs are back out front. Excuse me, the Huskies. One of those kind of dogs. Or Huskies, it's a dog, right?
It's a dog. Yes, yes, it's a dog. Different than a bulldog, yes.
Oof. Making it rain.
Those high arches, man, they tend to drop.
Jake Smith with his 3rd three-pointer of the night. Haugen tries to match it to the other end, but it won't go. Out of bounds off a Husky. St. Ansgar ball. Catch a break there, the Saints do. The Nashua crowd didn't like that call.
Wasn't it about 10 seconds ago the Saints were up 29-27?
That would be correct. Mm-hmm.
That happened fast.
About a minute and 9 seconds ago. Travel's going to be the call as Joe loses his footing. Slipped on the...
Tough break there. Looked like easy points except for the slippage.
Yep. Again? No. Decides against it. Instead, going to move the basketball.
Oh.
Going to get Haugen for the block. Couldn't see the extension of that arm from my perspective, but Haugen sure flew across the court like there might have been a small extension of the forearm. But it goes against him. Just the first foul of the quarter for the Saints. And there's a timeout on the floor. Saints trail by 5 here in the JV game. 3.5 minutes to go. Quick check of the stats. Joe Clevenger has 4. Derek Heeman has 10. Tyson Klein with 6. Jackson Broom with 3. Winia with a bucket. And Connor Mullenbeck with 1 made free throw. And Chase Haugen has a 3 as well. I missed him at the bottom there. Haugen goes to the bench. Broom checks in. Inbound play is good for 2. And the Huskies have their biggest lead of the night.
I wasn't here for the Lakes game, the Lake Mills game the other night, but I believe that scoreboard got stuck on 29 then also. Something about 29 on the Saints scoreboard seems to be difficult to get past.
Mullenbeck has 6, by the way. I missed his second half points on my sheet. I wrote them down. Just didn't call him out.
Well, they had a couple of shots to get past 29 there on that possession. Ends in a jump ball. Saints will keep it, though. Must be a sticky button on the scoreboard or something. That 29 button.
Yep, exactly.
They were at 29 forever on Saturday. Joe, I think they were tied at 29, and then Lake Mills went.
And then it was 50-29 just a couple of minutes later. Yeah.
Great
Heeman with the
job
smart
by
play.
Heeman. Oh, wow.
Really smart play by Heeman. Bounces it off of an emotional Callahan-Levi. Or Levi-Callahan. We're still not sure. Inbound to Broom here. He tries to get it to Heeman, but Levi knocks it out of bounds.
Play that clip here again real quick.
Yeah, it's just heads-up basketball.
Well, it's not going to it, so.
Klein. Clevenger. Up. No good, but he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Get the Saints off of this 29 number, which has been, we're going to have to watch out for that the rest of the night.
Yeah.
It's been the nemesis of the Saints here the last couple of nights. 29 has been unlucky.
Clevenger can't get it broken. And again.
No dice.
No dice. Rebound by Nashua. I thought we were going to get one of those miss both but make the three on the rebound, but we...
That's in the playbook.
It is in the playbook.
We've seen that one drawn up tonight.
Well, I got to know how the varsity team is going to overcome this 29 thing. Like, you got to have something in place that says, at all costs, get past 29.
Travel on Nashua Plainfield, they'll turn it over to the Saints. The Saints need a bucket this possession. Down 7, 2.5 minutes to go in the game. Mullenbeck checks in, needing a bucket.
You have to tell the coaches when they get to 27, just shoot threes only.
Only, right? Yep. There you go. There's the strategy. We're just not getting stuck on
Don't
29
land there.
because we will never be on it. Yeah.
Good job getting back by the Saints. Doesn't matter. Huskies put it in on a fast break. Breakaway bucket for, I didn't see who that was.
I believe it's 31.
In a game where the Saints were ahead 29-27, they're now behind 29-38.
Foul underneath on
Zip
Nashua.
wants a timeout.
We're going to take a full timeout here for the Saints. Talk this one over. Needing a bucket this possession, down 9. Minute 47 to go in the fourth quarter.
I was having an issue with my replay button before, but it looks like we got her back. It was a nice three-pointer earlier in the game. And if this guy works the way I think he should, there's
the
Derek.
Heeman
Back
heads
that
up play.
Back that up. There's Heeman grabbing, rebound, realizes he's not going to get it and just tosses it off the Husky, who's standing out of bounds.
Gotta love plays like that. Little heads up.
Do. Really smart. Kid who's obviously played a lot of basketball.
Sometimes you got to be careful. I mean, if you've ever played basketball and you've been in that situation as the Nashua Plainfield kid was. Oh, there he tried to do it again.
Did it again, but and they're going to give it to White. I thought maybe his foot was on the ground. But
there's been a couple times where someone will go out of bounds and they'll try to turn around in midair and they'll just chuck it at you and you'll take it off the shin or some are worse.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
You're right. Heeman drives and is fouled.
All right, boys, we got to get out this 29.
Right here, right now, Derek Heeman's going to do it. The St. Ansgar boys basketball between JV and varsity have played like 3.5 quarters at 29 points the last 3 nights.
It feels like it.
There it is.
Right,
Derek Heeman gets us off of 29, and
the floodgates are
the
open
floodgates
now,
will
boys.
open here.
With a minute and a half remaining, this game is anybody's, even with an 8-point deficit for the Saints.
All it takes is one, and then another one, and then another one.
Huskies smartly burning clock here. They're going to look for a good shot. They get one, but it's rebounded by the Saints.
There it is. Got to get a quick one here.
Mullenbeck for 3.
Oh, good rebound inside Clevenger.
He's fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Chance to chip away here.
So we haven't seen 2 free throws in a row tonight. Now's the time.
Now is the time.
We're past 29. Clev, it's up to you.
There
Hey,
it
there's
is.
one.
To make them both, you got to make the first.
You're right about that. You're right.
I'm not great at probability, but I think that's true.
Got a timeout on the floor.
Full
They're
timeout.
icing him. They're icing the shooter. Even though
They
I think we
so.
called it.
Joe's got ice water in the veins. He'll be fine.
Coach Zip was like, what are you doing in the Saint Ansgar basketball? Missed the front end.
Right.
They're drawing up that play where they get the rebound and kick it out for a 3, I bet.
Yep. There you go. If we can't have 2 made ones, then we want that play.
Yep.
We call that the 4-point play.
For
the
Saints,
hard way.
The hard way.
Saints Media Day, I think it was Tyke Rimster and I want to say Drew Powers. I might be wrong on that, but I had a couple boys. They're saying who's going to be the first one? Who's going to make the first 3-pointer of the year? This is before the season started. Each kid said their own name, and I was like, okay, explain yourself. And Drew Powers says, well, I got ice in my veins, man. And so I was like, all right, Tyke, what's your reason? He says, I got blood in my veins. Well,
misses but gets the rebound. Mullenbeck up, and he'll go to the line for 2.
He took a hit on that one.
Yes, he
took
did.
a shot.
Yeah, we should see who's leading that contest so far. Most 3-pointers made.
I think Tyke.
I think it's Tyke as well.
Tyke is the second scoringest kid on the team, and I think it comes down to, well, because he scored the second most points. That's really what it comes down to. But I think a lot of them are 3-pointers.
Mullenbeck makes both.
13 for 34, shooting 38%. Not bad.
Saints are down 5, less than a minute to go. They're pressing here. Nashua breaks it.
Yep.
But foul's going to be called on Heeman here. Playing hard defense right up against that sideline. That's only the second foul, so the Saints are going to have to do that 3 more times before the Huskies go to the line. And Klein, aggressive there. I like that strategy, right? Of, well, if we got to foul 3 times anyway, let's see if I can't get a non-call and get a steal.
Go aggressively for the steal. If it's a foul, no problem. Was that off the referee?
That was off the referee.
Well, hey now. I've seen it where the ref gets hit during the play, and he's just supposed to be part of the...
I believe that is actually the rule. I think
yeah,
you are correct.
How does that rule
Maybe since it
play
wasn't
out
a
if he's
live
not
ball
inbounds?
yet, because no one had touched it. That must be it. Oh, a good steal. This is what you need. Oh, what a block.
Wow.
Good hustle play to get back. Probably saved him another steal. Looks ahead. Easy 2 if he wants it.
Klein
oh
misses. Mullenbeck
Gotta finish.
misses. Winia is fouled. No jump ball. And it'll go to the Huskies.
2 chances there.
Can't miss.
Cut the
3
lead
open
to a
layups.
single digit or a single possession game. Now they got a foul.
And they do. Yep, those are just one of those has to go, right?
I just don't have the words for that. When you sit here watching that, I just don't have the words for. You're the only guy there. That's something that probably got to spend some time practicing along with the free throws, I suppose. And it is harder than it looks, no doubt about it.
Jump ball is the call. Go to the Saints. Just 2 seconds left, down 5. Saints will need one of these TikTok miracles that I see. They don't get it. Klein gets a bucket at the end, but the Saints will lose. 38-35. JV boys drop one to the Nashua Plainfield Huskies.
Well, that shot there was way tougher than the one he had on that breakaway.
Sometimes the easy shot's the hard shot, right?
You're not thinking about it.
We got stuck at 33 a little bit the way we got stuck at 29 as that ball was just not going in. Let's take a look here at some replays from the game. We don't have many of them, but we got a... I can't tell you why we're not going to that right here. Although we are going to that now. Okay. There's that shot off the defender to get the ball back. We got another one similar to that coming right up here. Derek Heeman again off the defender to keep that ball in Saints' possession. And then we just showed, not that it was a game changer by any means, but making that layup, we want to highlight that one because it's a lot harder than it looks, no doubt about it. But the Saints go down here 35-38. Joe, you got any full point stats or anything to share with that as we exit?
The Saints made just 7 free throws on 20-some trips to the line. That's obviously in a 3-point game. That's a big deal. Point total wise, Derek Heeman had 11. Connor Mullenbeck ended the night with 8. Joe Clevenger had 5. Tyson Klein had 2. Just that bucket right there at the end. Jackson Vroom had 3. Colton Winia had 2. And Chase Haugen ended the night with 3. So the Saints have a bunch of guys with points. Could not find a way to close it. Just dug themselves too big a hole to start that fourth quarter when they got stuck on 29 there. Could not overcome. But a good JV basketball game. And, the point of playing those games is play and get better, right? Get that experience and get those especially situational deals at the end of games. And we got a bunch of that in tonight. So on to the next one.
On to the next one, indeed. We're going to take a break here from the stream. We're going to leave the stream, and we're going to start up the new one here in just a couple minutes. So I say don't change that dial. The dial's going to hang up on you here in a second, but dial back on in.
Dial back
the varsity game, which will be starting here. I'm guessing they're going to start this 15-minute clock soon. So we'll just take a couple minutes, and we'll be back here on the other stream. You'll see it as the varsity boys and girls stream. So thanks for joining. We'll see you here in a second.